Hello and welcome to the December issue of Picturebook as Object, which is part of the PEPELT Facebook page project. PEPELT stands for Picturebooks in European Primary English Language Teaching. December is a month of festivities, a month of holidays, a time when we meet up with friends and family that don't see as often as we wish that we could. So we've decided that the topic for this month would be love and care for each other. We've chosen a book which we feel covers this topic very nicely. It's called Grandpa Green by Lane Smith. Now, Lane Smith is one of my favourite picture book illustrators. He illustrates his own books and he illustrates other people's books, and he has many different styles, and he just gets better and better. Now, this book came out in 2011, and shortly after it was published, it won a very prestigious American award. It's an award called the Caldecott Honor Award, and it is given to illustrators who have done exceptional work in picture books. Now, because I bought this book as soon as it was published in 2011, my copy doesn't have the Caldecott. No, I think it's going to appear there. It's going to appear there, the Caldecott Award on it. But when you buy the book, it is likely that it will have a nice silver coin-like shape on the top corner. My printer only prints in black and white, I'm afraid. So the first thing that you want to bring the children's attention to is the award. Any book that has won an award must be a good book. So we should look out for awarded books and really encourage children to read them. So you can tell the children about the award and who wins this kind of award, so that they can understand the relevance of looking at a book by someone like Lane Smith, who really is a fantastic illustrator. So yeah, that's the first thing. Then we can use the cover to to encourage the children to think about what it might be about. Grandpa Green, is it this gentleman here? Is it somebody else? Why is he called Grandpa Green? What is he doing? What is the elephant here made of? Who is this little boy hanging from the tree? And what is the relationship between the little boy and the old man? All sorts of questions there, and the children are sure to come up with lots of answers. You might also want to give them the word topiary. Topiary is the sculpting of trees and bushes, evergreen trees and bushes, and it's an art. And this book features sculpted trees and bushes, and in fact they help the reader understand the life that this old gentleman has lived. Let me just read the blurb on the inside of the flap of my dust jacket. He was a boy on a farm and a kid with chickenpox. He was a soldier and a husband and a gardener, and most of all, he was an artist. Follow Grandpa Green's great-grandson through a garden where memories are handed down in the fanciful shapes of topiary trees, and imagination recreates things forgotten. So yes, this book talks about the life of an old person, what he did, where he went, who he met, and the things that happened to him. It's a book about the relationship between a great-grandson and his great-grandfather, and it touches your heartstrings. So yes, it has a dust jacket because my version is hardback. The illustration on the actual book is the same as the dust jacket. The end papers are a beautiful dark green. Now, just because there are no illustrations here doesn't mean to say that someone has had to think hard about the design process of this particular book. And the colour green is very significant because Grandpa Green, and also it's about evergreen trees. So it's a very important colour, and I would have thought that's the reason why it's been chosen, but you can certainly ask the children why they think this book has got dark green end papers. Now, Lane Smith is married to a picture book designer. Isn't that mega? Yeah. And she's called Molly Leach, and she actually designs most of Lane Smith's books. So that's an interesting piece of information to give children as well, just for them to understand that a picture book can have an author, it can have an illustrator, it can have an author and an illustrator who's the same person, and it also needs a designer to bring all of those bits together. Yeah. Title page here, those lovely old-fashioned letters there, Grandpa Green, maybe that's the way he writes, or swirly twirly. Old people do write swirly twirly like, don't they? And then the story starts, really, and it takes us through Grandpa Green's life. Yeah, it's lovely. And then right at the end, there's a fantastic feature, which even the older primary children will enjoy. Here we have this huge. Let me just try and get it central. It says, "The garden remembers for him." And we have this double page opening that becomes a quadruple page. And it helps us see how Grandpa Green and what his garden looks like. It's really, really lovely. It's a fantastic ending. And again, that's all part of the design of the book. You know, this is, has been made this way specially. So, I think you'll have lots to think about with this picture book, and Tasha will be telling us about the things that we can do with student teachers. Gail will be looking at this in relation to multiliteracy, and Aneta will be telling us how she uses it in her classroom with her group of children, with her groups of children in Poland. I wish you all a very festive season or a happy holiday, and that whatever you celebrate, if you celebrate anything, is a happy celebration and spent with those that you love, and that you yes, have a nice time. See you in January 2019. Bye bye.